Ouch. Dagestan wanted to link up their
He
land.
they want their land back. It's fine because they can never 100% because of those 23,000 peasants.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go bankrupt again.
Oh dear. It's like that, I've forgotten where the meme's from, but it's like, stop, he's dead already. I think it's a Simpsons.
German humiliation of Amelia. Interesting.
Well, yeah, if he's going to go for that 100 monarch point in each thing, makes sense.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
If it's an easy war. I know that's what I always do when I start as a one-province miner, is get a few humiliation wars in to boost that mana.
Especially considering, I think Amelia is bankrupt right now.
Yes, they are. And they've got bankruptcy looming.
Yeah, that's a dead nation.
Which means the interest on their... Oh my god. The... +4 as a base of interest. +5 for bankruptcy. +2 for negative stability.
Oh my... And it's gonna go one more for negative stability, because he'll take -3 stability on the bankruptcy.
Yep.
But hey, it's the Emelian Golden.
12 interest on each loan in their glorious golden era. But on the bright side, they're losing 0.04 on for revanchism.
Wow. He's got... Where did colonialism spawn?
Oh shit, yeah, colonialism. Where is it?
It spawned in the Carthusian order.
Ah. That makes sense. Does make sense.
Oh no, sorry, it will spawned in the Visigoths, and the Carthusian order has annexed it. Because of course, to actually make it spawn, you need Quest for the New World.
Ah, yes. It's a shame that Siberian country didn't get it. But who's getting it then? Kulin's getting it. In fact, yeah, Kulin's... I wonder if he's devved up for it then. On Danzig. Because it needs to be... Yeah, he's probably dead for it, and then Novovi's dead for it as well. Arcadia is dead for it. Pharaohs have dead for it. Bactria is dead for it. Cube is dead for it. So...
Unfortunately, that Siberian nation lost all its provinces except the Aleutian Islands, so it becomes invalid to spawn it.
Okay, apparently there's a war for whoever gets this bloody colonialism. Jack, angry banner noises. Yeah, I don't care since you're an OPM.
See, this is going to be an issue because I'm pretty sure he's outside of colonial range anyway. And what the fuck is this?
Right.
Tanu Urainam Ka.
Who's the highest dev? I think that would be... I think you are right.
That's Novi.
It's Nanjing. Highest dev city in the world. 53. On silk. Ooh, that's nice.
Jubang is actually going to be a competitor here.
Yeah, if it can consolidate China, definitely.
Yeah, and if you can survive this next coalition, it's inevitably going to form.
Already has formed.
Yep, here we go. The same, but again.
Yameng in these bloody coalitions. Akkadian Golden Era starts now. What is it with Arcadia and Amelia? Just like, yep, Golden Era's in our worst possible time. Oh dear. Dominance of the clergy. -3 stability, 9 war exhaustion. Nearly getting fully occupied. Golden era time.
It's fine because he's got 24,000 noble rebels attempting to kill everything on his behalf.
Yeah. I mean, they can... Come on. Go take out that Soviet army.
Oh, coalition just fired again. Oh, that's a big, big boy. Look at that.
What are the army sizes for that one? He's currently in a conquest war as well. And actually, that isn't that big of a coalition when you look at the numbers.
No, I was mistaking his conquest war for also being the coalition. That's tiny. Why have they declared? Why would you? Oh dear.
Because the player isn't that smart.
But...
Declaring now. Mind you, could it have grown anymore?
No, it couldn't.
No, unfortunately, the Kingdom of Heaven couldn't have joined. No, one nation could have joined.
And that would have made all the difference, right?
Actually, no, that one nation had a truce.
That Yongping
Yes.
could have contributed in. It would need to contribute 50,000 men.
You need the Kingdom of Heaven to join, really.
You have 19,000 men and 0 mandate.
25,000 manpower, though. Don't underestimate the Kingdom of Heaven. With Emperor... Oh, Cao dead. It's still the Dynasty of Wei, though.
They have 100% less available mercenaries. They have 50% goods produced modifier, negative, and they take 50% more shock and fire damage.
Yeah. Your point being?
If you can fight that and not stack wipe them, I'll be impressed.
Wait, why is the Blepian Empire taking loans? How are you taking loans when you're in Japan? I'm surprised he hasn't expanded more into Korea.
He's got nothing in Nippon. It's only got 38% power. Because there's, I suppose Korea's a bit thick, but...
Yeah, and he's, some reason skipped Korea and gone straight into Manchuria.
He should be killing Korea right now. This coalition war is not useful for him.
No. Is Novavi expanding more into the east, or is that just me? I think actually...
He hasn't expanded since last time.
Yeah.
Because he's still 1 province away from... He's next to a gems province, and 2 provinces away from a gold one.
Ooh, lots of separatists. Lots of them. In fact, 28,000 Soviet ones.
Oh, wow. This is lovely. Oh my god, he's actually making money. He controls 1 province.
Oh yeah, when you're looking at the bloody armies, that is taking into account Cube's armies, who won't be in this war. Yeah, they're down, taking land in the Spice Islands.
Okay, that makes it
So
about
actually,
equal.
Yeah, this coalition could be deadly.
Not equal, double.
Yumeng's gonna have to try and link up his forces and link up with Blep.
Yumeng by himself has almost more men than the coalition. Almost.
Yeah, but then you got to think about the individual manpower pools. Helps out a lot.
But all the 4 of those countries AI who don't have a clue how to build a country.
Yeah, it's still extra manpower pools, though.
Yeah, but in the fight they'll be down 5. It's just 5 discipline. Okay.
Alright, they're going in for the battle on the capital. That's a 6-shot
And his
general.
other stack is moving the wrong way. His other stack. Oh, no,
he's got in and he's crushing them. Even with them having minus 10% on the shock for the general.
Yeah.
So.
Also, when you made the Kingdom of Heaven,
Yes.
did you intentionally not give them full states?
Yeah, I basically made it so they just had over the dev of the highest dev player in China.
Oh, is that the condition for
getting the Mandate of Heaven? Yeah. So I mean, I'd done test games where I'd done that, but then like the rest of China had basically spawned into one great big nation of like 500 dev. I had out of like the 10 test games, I had about 3 where that happened, and I was like, well, if I do this, at least it's a safety net. In case it does, I don't want to not do it and then a player get it. So we did that. And luckily we didn't get a giant 500 dev nation. We just got...
I mean, we nearly did in Iberia, which was pretty funny.
Yeah. Fucking Iberia.
Also, the entirety of Europe seems to be taking it in turns to humiliate Emilia. Iceland has just done it.
Now Frankie is doing it. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Get that extra mana if that's what they're going for.
Oh dear. And he's garrisoned all the forts too. Done it like a pro.
Yeah. Well, you can abuse the AI like that. We did actually, after that was done to a player last time, we decided to make that a rule that you can't do it to a player.
I mean, Frankie did just take 10,000 casualties to separatists.
So, that is the Fabulous player saying he wants ducats for a third world country. Does he know that at this point in time China was like extremely advanced? In fact,
yeah, but he's in the shithole district.
Yeah, fair
and
enough.
by that I mean the Orthodox part.
I was gonna say, I'm sure I've read some of the story when the Portuguese arrived in India. The Indians wouldn't take them seriously because they arrived here with this like ship with a crew of like 30 men on it, and they were used to China coming over with like ships with a crew of 300 men, and so they just didn't take the Portuguese seriously at the start.
And then by the end of it, they realise that they actually are quite powerful.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really until like 1700s that the Europeans started to really get their power on.
Unless the boat was British, of course, in which case it was always perfect.
Oh, God, yes. Britain always rules ways. Okay. Yeah, apparently then the Portuguese just brought huge ships and they succumbed. In the same day. Really in the same day. They turned up in India for the first time with a tiny ship. And the Indians are like, yeah, no, we've seen ships with 300 people on, and then another ship arrived at Portugal with a massive one, was it? Yeah.
Have you ever heard the legends of the Portuguese Navy?
Which legends?
That's what I was thinking.
Good one.
Like, did they ever fight like a battle that you go, wow, that was such a good fight. That will go down in history.
Actually, yeah.
Like,
Tell me that in chat. Is there a battle that the Portuguese fought, a naval battle that was like on par with Trafalgar? Or
not even Trafalgar. Even I don't know, Battle of the Nile,
okay, yeah,
Jutland.
Battleground.
At least something that's special,
Yeah.
not just.
Actually, were they part of the Holy League that fought the Ottomans off the coast of Greece? I've forgotten what the battle was.
But that's being part of something else, right? That's not being
That's not just
special.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Ooh, Iceland is going into northern Iberia.
Probably for colonial reasons, unless they're just on the same side in the war, which looks to be the case. Also, I hate how it now says Nordic Scandinavia. That's really a problem.
I mean, wasn't he going to say that anyway because he had his capital in, what do you call it? The Faroe Islands.
Shetlands?
Was it the Shetlands? Oh yeah, it was the Shetlands.
I think it does have to be the Shetlands, because when I was pissing about before the games, I was looking at how to make all the nations with the provinces. And I think you have to do that to take all the provinces.
Shetlands. Yeah. 100%. No, it wasn't. It was a Faroe. It's a Faroe Islands.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking... Well, no, wait.
They're both equally used.
They're both the Faroes. It's... Yeah, it's not Orkney, it's the Shetlands, yeah.
Yeah, because the one that's to the left, that's the actual Faroe Islands.
Okay, so we got some... don't forget the Portuguese fought all naval battles outnumbered versus huge powers and still won. There wasn't marketing at the time, so they couldn't boast about it. Yeah, which battles are these? Which battles are these that they fought outnumbered? Come on, we want examples. Educate us. Because right at the minute, Britannia's ruled the waves from the dawn of time. And Portugal has done nothing of note. Right, has anyone hit Admin Tech 10 yet? Okay, so they did battles against the Ottomans, the Chinese, Indians. Yeah, no, I want examples of battles. Like, ones that I can put into and I can look up. Because I'm genuinely interested now. So don't just say we've done battles versus the Ottomans. Just tell me which ones.
Pontus is Admin Tech 10.
Ooh, right. What's he taken as his third idea group? Quality.
He has he?
And he's already taken infantry combat ability. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Quality.
Battle of Diu? I'm gonna have to Google that.
Holy shit. Pontus is gonna have some morale. He's got 20% in his ideas. He's gonna have a policy for 5% and a policy for 10%.
Battle of Diu was a naval battle fought on the 3rd of February 1509 in the Arabian Sea in the port of Diu, India, between the Portuguese Empire and a joint fleet of the Sultan of Gujarat, the Mamluk Sultanate of Egypt, and support of Venice. And it's a decisive Portuguese victory. Huh. Learn something new every day. Anyway, sorry. Yes. Pontic morale. Yeah,
like that is going to be insane.
Yeah.
And he's got Ambrosian Republic as well,
which is 5% extra, isn't it?
Yeah. And he's got decent enough power projection, tradition, all that. Adds up.
Oh yeah, prestige and power projection really add up for the morale.
Meanwhile, there's poor Iggy there. He's having to fight with minus is it 10 or 15?
Also, army tradition
10.
is good with morale as well. Yeah, we're really gonna have to sort that out and compensate that. Mind you, he has got a coalition.
That's fine. I think is he fighting it right now? He's fighting one of them.
Also, the Battle of Macau versus the Dutch. Let me Google that one as well.
Yeah, but that's the Dutch. It's not like anyone cares. Okay, yes, they were probably one of the world's leading naval powers throughout history.
This was 1622. Fought in the Portuguese settlement of Macau in southeastern China. The Portuguese outnumbered and without adequate fortification managed to repel the Dutch in a major celebrated victory on the 24th of June after a 3-day battle. Okay, maybe you've got a point here. Maybe the Portuguese did do some heroic efforts, but, you know, ain't got nothing on the Roman Navy.
No, nothing does.
Actually, no, yeah, it has got nothing on the Royal Navy. I didn't say it ain't got nothing in the Royal. It has got nothing in the Royal Navy.
Like, the Royal Navy is like the boat version of Napoleonic France.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we constantly shit on France, as we should, for their World War II performance, but...
Don't get me started on that, because I will defend France for their World War II performance.
Yeah, I will too. But it's a good joke.
I think we should really shit on them more for their Franco-Prussian performance, but I digress, carry on.
Oh yeah. That was abysmal, but like throughout the entirety of the rest of history, they are some of the best fighters in the world.
Yep.
And we just remember them for one time that they lost.
I mean,
because of a Hail Mary that they shouldn't have even really.
Yeah. I mean, the Italian wars, they were basically fighting on 3 fronts against the Habsburgs, who at that point had the Low Countries, Austria, and the Iberia all under their control. And they were fighting on 3 fronts against them. They just, all throughout history, France has just done so well in wars. Or the culmination of Napoleon.
Yeah, like, that's bringing the entirety of Europe to heel, which is pretty impressive.
Oh,
until you then attempt to get to Moscow and then realise.
I mean, even he.
No.
He didn't even plan to be at Moscow. I think he didn't even plan to be in Russia, or something like his campaign was 2 months behind or something. Okay, it's been a while since I've read up on Napoleon.
But like, the only hurdle he fell at was pretty much the hurdle everybody falls at.
Well, it's funny because you know that meme of don't invade Russia in the winter.
Oh yeah, literally nobody has ever done that.
Nobody has done it, but I'm pretty sure one has, and I'm pretty sure it's the Lithuanians did it, and they actually burnt Moscow to the ground.
Don't tell it.
I'm sure I've heard that. I might be making that up in my head, but I'm sure I've heard somewhere that the Lithuanians invaded Russia, or Muscovy or whatever, in the winter, and burnt Moscow to the ground, or captured Moscow, something like that. I might be making that up in my head, but I'm sure I've heard that somewhere.
It all makes sense. It's the sort of things I can imagine them pulling.
Yeah. And it's the sort of that irony that everyone else who invaded in summer failed, but the people who invaded in the winter succeeded. I really hope that is true now.
I digress, but I'm still very annoyed about what's happened in Finland and the fact that nobody has attempted to fix that.
Romsdal.
No. That one province minor. That's literally just an exclave.
Oh my god, right. Have a go at pronouncing that. Pete, don't go quiet on me.
Perkanma. Perkanma. Easy.
Pacama. Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
Perkanaman? Perkanaman.
Perkanma.
We need Lambert in chat to get his wife to see if she can pronounce that. For us to tell us how to pronounce it.
Surely one of our Scandinavian friends could pronounce that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. Maybe. Although isn't the Finnish slightly different?
I'm
the
English, so I'm going to say no, they're all the same.
Or am I thinking of the whole thing that the culture is meant to be different? That could be what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
You know that whole thing that they're apparently closer to Hungary and Tartars and all that, I think. It's late at night, I'm rambling.
It's the same culture group in game, so they're the same.
Yeah, but EU4 doesn't have a culture group for Icelings, so are you going to tell the Icelanders that they're actually Norwegian?
Sure.
Nice.
Although, admittedly, not all culture groups are based on it being the same. Like, is it Hungarian, Transylvanian, or Romanian? Don't even share a dialect, it's just they're similar enough that they lump them together. Because some of them it would be like ridiculously unfair if you just made it as an entirely separate culture group.
I mean, you can just make it as a subculture to that culture group.
Yeah, I suppose, but like, I don't know, if you just decided that Romanian was unique or whatever, it would be a bit.
Yeah. Like
Every-
on the topic of like Icelandic, apparently it's a lot closer to Old Norse than the others, so you could really put it in as Norse and then just put Norse in as the lost cultures as well. So you can have it for culture group for when you do like your Viking custom nations and shit.
Yeah, maybe.
But Paradox refuses to do any culture that's less than 3 provinces. But I'm pretty sure Yoan found one that is 2 provinces.
Oh, you've got me going looking now.
Come on, Manny, finish up this war. Okay, Ed just messaged me, was it worse?
Already found one. Fawn in Africa. 2 province culture.
Whereabouts in Africa?
The sticky out bit in the
Sticky out
east,
bit.
West Africa.
Okay, west.
It's in the West African group.
Okay, Fon. Yeah, Fon. There we go.
That took way less time than expected. There's got to be more. Yep, Yaka as well in Congo.
Yeah, there's 2 in Congo.
And Chowki.
Yeah.
Although some culture conversions could have potentially happened. But
Doubt.
I don't think the AI does that, does it?
It does it rarely. It's quite rare.
And then there's no point looking in player regions, because...
Yeah, they would have all changed them. When we go to PDXCon in Berlin, we're going to go armed with this information. And get that Norse Icelandic
Norse culture for Iceland, yeah,
Yes.
definitely. I feel like a lot of the lost religions as well should have ways of coming back.
Oh yeah. Like, when you form Rome, you should just be, like, all accepted cultures should just turn to Roman.
It's a bit strong.
No. Romanization is a thing. It happened, and it should happen again with the click of a button.
I mean, it happens for your primary culture.
Which is never enough. Like, when I formed Rome as the Ottomans, literally all it was just Turkey turned Roman.
See, the real strat is to form Rome as the Mughals, keep the government, and then you get all the lost culture provinces on the map, and therefore get an extra 2.5% discipline.
Wait, what?
Lost cultures gives 2.5% discipline to Mughals. So you form Rome as Mughals, get all the Roman provinces on the map because of that, and you just get 2.5 discipline for.
Fucking hell, what did I think of that? That's fucking genius.
Because that's why I was wondering about if you could form nations or whatever. Because if you were in that region, I would say you do that. You form Mughals, so you pick Roman as your starting culture, or anything lost culture related. Have the rest just be your normal Iranian, go form Mughals and get you free 2.5 dis.
Yeah, but you'd get fucked if somebody else picked a lost culture.
But who the hell does that? Why would you do that? It's the worst culture group to pick, unless you are forming Mughals.
I did it last Custom Nation MP. I started in Italy, I took a Roman, and I had minus 20% culture conversion cost in my ideas. It was glorious.
But, like, no normal person would do it.
Thank you. I actually take that as a compliment, thank you.
Like, I'm pretty sure nobody has. So it would have worked. It would have been a genius plan. But then you'd ban tag switching.
Yep. Yeah. If you start as a custom nation, you must finish as a custom nation unless you die and get respawned. But yeah, I think everybody has just gone for normal cultures, which is a shame.
Is tag switching allowed for respawns?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, although, do they get the... If somebody spawned in as Lyonnais... Lyonnais doesn't have the form France, though, decision. So I don't think they can.
It has conditions for the thing to appear. You'd probably need to own certain provinces before that even happens.
Yeah, but shouldn't you just get it because of primary culture?
Not necessarily. Like, sometimes I've had the option, if I pick British culture, to form England, but other times I don't. Sorry, GB, not England.
Huh, interesting.
Although that could be depending on whether you have historic or dynamical setup set up.
Dynamic is set up.
That might be it then.
Yeah. Did think that might be... Ooh, Jack is at... No, Jack isn't at war. It's just Novi that's at war. Alright, how long we got left? Half an hour. Glorious, because I need a cup of tea.
Novi, once again, at 89 overextension.
Yeah. Overextension is just a number. Right, who's got the most losses right now? Still Novovi.
I think I'm right in saying it in that the biggest font country now is in Siberia. And has 86 dev.
Yes, you are correct. Oh, Novovi's the first nation to go over 1,000 dev.
Champion. He's going to be an empire now, isn't he? Great Republic, yes. Lovely.
If he'd gone Russian Principality, he would be a Tsardom right now.
Is that worth it? You get the peasants.
Of course it is. Ugandan Peasants' War.
Oh, they are taking the hit.
Oh, Knuckles. Oh, and it's over.
It's just ended immediately.
I look over.
it's just gone.
Ah.
They've just gone bankrupt. No, they haven't. They were already bankrupt. And now they're already getting internal conflict. So they're going to get another massive problem.
Alright, I'm going to be a screenshot wanker and just take a quick picture of my phone of the Soviet Empire for Ed.
Oh dear. Oh, don't do that to him.
Am I alive or dead, he says. I put Surge got screwed as well. He put I was in on that, so I'm just going to put Karma then, bitch. Oh dear. Look at the Republic of Pontus's current separatists that are uprising. Sultan Onion, or however you fucking say that with the...
Gee, what the hell is that word? I know this is like randomly made names, so have they literally just like got a random number generator and assigned letters to numbers?
Well, this is dynamic, so this is like a dynamic country name for this area.
They've literally just got Sultan and then bolted on as many unusual characters as possible.
ONU with 2 dots above. What is this word?